Now, on Sunday's warm-up show, former Everton, Burnley and Watford boss Sean Dyche made his talkSPORT co-hosting debut alongside Johnny Owen. Here's Dyche reflecting on his 2 years at Everton.
There was a lot needed doing, and another thing I need to be clear about, because when you talk about the club when you took over, people presuppose it's managers and all that. I'm not questioning managers. Everyone has their own style. Everyone has their own way of doing things.
Of course.
But there was a lot that needed correcting, but I'm not talking about just on the pitch. I mean, all sorts that needed correcting. Now, I went in there with an idea of thinking it was this, and it wasn't. It was miles away from where I thought it was. It was in a lot worse shape. As I must keep making it clear, because I don't want people to misconstrue it. I mean, on the pitch, Frank was previous to me. He was trying to do everything he could to get that team to win, of course.
Yeah.
But a lot of the things away from the pitch were all sorts.
Which
of
Frank
things
says as well.
Sean Dyche talking about the difficulties at Everton. I mean, you know him, Troy. He's not going to be out of a managerial job for long, is he?
No, I wouldn't think so. But I wonder whether he wants to take a year out maybe and enjoy himself. The last year at Everton felt like it was. He didn't see the same Dyche that we all know. He wasn't as robust. He wasn't front-footed as he normally is. It just looked like him and the Everton fans just had enough of each other. So I think he might want to take a little bit of time. Great to hear him on here, obviously, and hopefully get to work with a gaffer soon.
I mean, the problem is sometimes if you do take a year out, you can quickly be forgotten, can't you?
Absolutely, that is very true as well. But what did you say earlier? 40-odd managers sacked?
43 have been sacked or left clubs in the Premier League and the EFL.
Yeah, so you'd like to think somebody will come knocking at his door very, very soon. But unfortunately, he's got this tag, hasn't he, for the style of football and the way that it is. And it's interesting. I think Nottingham Forest going and hopefully getting to the Champions League may actually make him look a little bit more palatable for some teams.
Yeah. What, in terms of style?
Yeah, because everyone's trying to play out for the back and do all this wonderful stuff now. I think potentially Forest going the way that they have could make it more palatable for him to be up for other jobs.
I mean, you do wonder sometimes why the heck anybody wants to be a manager. Just look at the Premier League. Obviously, Sean Dyche has gone from Everton. Gary O'Neill at Wolves, Ten Hag at United, Lopetegui sacked by West Ham, Steve Cooper, Russell Martin, both being sacked as well. Clubs like Stoke in the EFL have sacked 2 this season. And Mark Robins, I got so much time for. He's not going to be sitting comfortably at Stoke either at the moment. I think he's probably already looking over his shoulder. What I was going to say, why would you do it? But you did it.
Yeah, I'm desperate to get back in as well.
Are you?
Yeah. There's a weird buzz with it all, though, Jeff. Like you work all week to try and give the lads an opportunity to go and do something. And if you win, that's great. But it's the process every single day of trying to be better and trying to just have that winning competitive edge again. And it's never perfect, is it? So you're always trying to tweak and change. And it's fantastic. And I think just a lot of the people you were talking about there. I think when you talk to I don't want to make it about these two, but I'm just going to give us a scenario. So Russell Martin and Sean Dyche. Dyche's done very well, got promoted, stayed in the Premier League very well for 2 different clubs. But Russell Martin now will be more palatable for a lot of people because of the style of play. And we would argue that he's been less successful than Sean Dyche over that time period. But he'll probably be interviewed a lot more than Dyche will because of the style of play. And it's just really weird to see how the dynamics have changed now, because it's about what do you play, how do you do it, because we all want to be Man City.
And when he does get interviewed, he can put his hand up and say, well, look, I did a better job at Southampton than the fella who's there now.
Yes, absolutely.
And sometimes it's change just for the sake of change, isn't it?
Yeah, and also, again...
the fan pressure too, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. I think also as well, now, you look at the lack of recruitment. The recruitment's been really poor at Southampton. Obviously, Russell could put that down to he would have to take a little bit of that because he would have had some input, but a lot of it's from above his head. So he would turn around and say, my team in the Championship was better than the team that I got in the Premier League. So, yeah, I just think it's a really interesting dynamic now with managers. I really do.
I think there's some managers, I think Sean might be one of them, Sean Dyche, they get it in their blood.
Yes.
I'm thinking the best example of that is Mark Hughes, ex-Wales manager, ex-Manchester City manager, and now he's manager at Carlisle at the bottom of League Two. What sort of level would you go back in at? What would you be taking?
Anywhere that would take me at this moment in time. But yeah, at this moment in time, we're just doing the LMA diploma. The managers have signed that off in the next couple of weeks. Another course that gets you in there again. A lot of it for me, Jeff, is managing up. I've been told I don't play well with others, so I'm learning to curb that side and understand the business side of football a bit better. But the football stuff is, we know it. It's relatively easy. It's like you going and hosting another show at a different company. It's going to be little tweaks, but you know the nuts and bolts of it. So yeah, managing others and understanding recruitment, but learning a bit more about self as well. And this year away from being on the pitch has been perfect.
Realistically, let's say you step into another job now. How long do you think it takes? This is in an idealistic world.
Yeah.
How long does it take for you to put your stamp on a team and get them organised at least? You know, start heading in the right direction.
If you had full alignment with ownership and director of football, you could put a stamp on it within 2 weeks.
Really? Oh, wow.
If it's full alignment. Listen, you might not get it all perfectly, but you see when Ruben Amorim went in at Man United, you could see very, very quickly just how things changed, because you saw an identity of what they were going to do. No way, shape or form was he going to say, right, we're going to go 5 at the back, it's going to be 3-4-3, this is what we're doing, I don't care if we lose in the short term because long term it'll work. That's full alignment from top to bottom. So that's why I think you're going to start to see real good results from Man United moving forward. I really do believe that.
If you want a quick fix, Troy Deeney is your man. Ollie is texting and says, Troy Deeney come to Bristol Rovers as player manager, would still do a job. Wherever you end up, Troy, best of luck to you, mate. We're loving having you on talkSPORT at the moment, and long may that continue. But you could do the two, couldn't you? 6 till 10. You could be at training by 10:30, depending on where you were.
I think the lads would enjoy that, though, if you did it at 11. Lads train at 11 till 2. Perfect hours.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.